Hi everyone, welcome back to KTET English. Today I am here with the second last poem from HSA English Module 1, Poetry. Okay, Africa, written by David Diop.
Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to give a detailed analysis of the poetry Africa, written by David Diop. As you know, David Mandasi Diop was one of the most promising French West African poets. Actually, the poem Africa, it is written in French. Later, it translated into English. He was born in Bordeaux in 1927. He was known for his contribution to the Negritude literary movement. So it is very important point, Negritude literary movement. One of the poets from Negritude literary movement. We can expect a question in connection with this. Negritude literary movement. David Diop. His poems basically reflects his hatred of colonial rulers and his longing for an independent Africa. His writings became a landmark of modern black writing in French. As I told you before, he wrote poems in French. Later, it translated in English. He died at the age of 33 in a plane crash. So sad to hear that. Actually, a very young poet, and he died in a plane crash in 1960. Africa is a thought-provoking work of him ever remember. His poems are all brilliant, but this poem is particularly poignant. David Diop never ever gotten the feel of African trauma. Yeah, he never ever experienced the African trauma in the sense of the sufferings of Africa. But he has his grandmother to thank for educating him on the African experience. So we can understand the poet learned the sufferings and the hardship of Africans from his grandmother. Africa is his childhood dream. So the poem is actually explaining or portraying the childhood dream of the poet. He felt deeply African in his soul, although very distant, as he never knew Africa. He never set foot on African soil, but he knew all about the humiliation, slavery, colonization suffered by Africa. So it is most importantly, you can just remember, and he learned everything from his grandmother. His grandmother narrated Africa as a bless of nature, itself soiled by suffering inflicted by others. This contrast of beauty and horror is everywhere in the poetry. The poem Africa focuses on the new beginning of Africa. The poet enjoys the beauty of Africa before slavery, colonialism, and eventual neo-colonialism, which Africa continued to suffer from in most of the contemptuous manner. The poet is very proud of the proud warriors in Africa, whom his grandparents remember today. The landscape of Africa made of heavenly place, yet there is blood, and this blood is dark. The blood is described beautiful, but it is unlikely dark. Whether is it because of the title of Africa as a dark continent, as it was unknown to people many centuries till it was discovered, or is it because of the color of its inhabitants? The poet even reminds us of the slavery existed there in the concluding lines. He says that we are waiting patiently as the fruit acquire the bitter taste of liberty. So please take a note of this: bitter taste of liberty. Liberty, bitter taste. So here also we see a contradiction between bitter and taste of liberty, which are reinforces the conviction that nothing dare comes without its price and struggle. The poem has no rhyme scheme, but it is full of powerful symbols, but simple. Okay, now let us go through some of the important MCQs from the poem Africa. Question number 1: when was David Diop born? David Diop was born in 1927. 1927. Second question: David Diop was born in which place? Bordeaux. Bordeaux. Next question: whose writings became a landmark of modern writing in French? Whose writing became a landmark of modern black writing in French? So the answer definitely David Diop. David Diop's poem Africa is his African experience, childhood dream, story about Africa. None of these. Answer is childhood dreams. Okay, now I'm going to give a poem line and just like one line from the poetry. The blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of dash. The answer is your perseverance. Your perseverance. Next question: the rhyme scheme of the poem David Diop Africa. No rhyme scheme. No rhyme scheme for the poetry. Okay. Next question: in which poem the contradicting words bitter taste of liberty, bitter taste of liberty is seen? Okay, the contradictory words bitter taste of liberty is seen in which poetry? Obviously, David Diop's Africa. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.